they are comparing his injury to falling out of a 2-story window or a severe car accident. My husband and I were just at work one day when I got a phone call from the babysitter. She had told me that she wasn't sure what happened, but she thinks Archie fell. She had no worry in her voice, so I thought it was just a simple fall. I proceeded to call my husband and tell him, and he decided it would be best that he would go pick him up since he was closer.
Nothing could have prepared him for the scene that greeted him when he arrived.
He walked in the door, find Archie laying completely limp in her arms as she was rocking him. His eyes were open, but he was unresponsive. And it was at that point she said somebody should be called. So my husband proceeded to call 911. Why 911 wasn't called is a huge red flag. Once the ambulance arrived, they immediately put Archie in the back of the truck and put him on life support. That's when they decided to tell my husband and I that he had trauma to the head. The only reason they allowed us to go into the truck and say goodbye was because they didn't think Archie was going to make it.
The medical team was forced to act in an instant to give him a chance at survival.
They opened him up and they removed this whole chunk of his skull.
While we were talking to the doctor, he said that if they don't do it, he 100% is going to die. I looked at the doctor and I said, well, you don't even have to sit here and continue talking to us. Give me the paper, I'll sign it, please go save our son.
After nearly a month in intensive care, Archie began showing his parents and doctors that he was still fighting.
Can I see Knuckles? Oh. High five, Archie. Boom.
Hearing his voice again for the first time reignited his mother's hope. Archie spent more than 100 days in the hospital, relearning how to sit, stand, speak, and walk. But what became of the woman who was supposed to be watching him when it all happened?
The babysitter is stating that she doesn't know what happened because she was in a separate room and she heard a crash and came in and found Archie laying face down. Mind you, all of Archie's injuries are on the back of his body. He had a fracture to the back of his skull and then 3 fractures to his vertebrae between his shoulder blade. He also had bleeding behind his retinas, which is a high sign of shaken baby syndrome. To put it in perspective, she has no stairs in her house and she lives on the 1st story of the apartment. They also only had one working car, which her fiance was using at work at the time. I wish I could tell you guys what the true cause of his injuries are, but we truly don't know. What we do know is that the cause does not equal to a 18-inch high fall, which is how tall that bench was. And that's the closest thing to be found next to him. We also know there's just a lot of holes in the story on what things happened and where things were placed and what was going on. We are being told that we'll get some answers soon, but truly we're just not holding our